Okay, to you guys in the diaspora, this is Prime TV Africa, where we give you nothing but the greatest of content. So if this is your very first time watching me, this is Prime TV Africa. Just subscribe, and we are going to have a great time with one of the people who moved from the States to Ghana for about 2 decades now, and he's doing practically well. I mean, he's doing great here in Ghana. Nana Yaw Dzaka is the Ghanaian name, and we want to know what really brought this man to Ghana. I mean, what is he up to? Is he something that triggers him to move straight to Ghana because he is a citizen in the US? Just join me so we can talk to Nana Yaw Dzaka and get to know his real name and whatever he has for us. Yeah, let's go.
Bounce for me, now won't you shake it up? My niggas down for me, we gon' live it up. You can tell me something that I can't hear. Come on, you can tell me something that I can't hear.
Alright, as I told you, we are in the premises of Nana Yaw Dzaka, you know, one of the people that left the diaspora to be in Ghana, and he's doing very great. I mean, he's achieved a lot, but still a citizen of United States. So we are here to talk to him, to get to know the reason why he came to Ghana, how is Ghana treating him, and all that. So let's go and then talk to Nana Yaw Dzaka. Is Nana Yaw Dzaka your real name?
No,
So what's your real name?
Herman Davies.
Herman Davies.
Right.
Okay. This one, if you don't belong to the America.
From Long Beach,
Okay. All right. So, which part of America are you coming from?
California.
California. So, why did you decide to move to Ghana? Do you have any story behind
There's
this?
a story behind
All
it.
right. So, walk us through.
I had to do a graduate check at the university I was graduating from, so I had to go to the office to make sure I had all the credits necessary to graduate. So after I finished that, I walked outside and there was a sign on the bulletin board. It said, join the Peace Corps, go to Ghana.
There was a sign. So this one has been in Ghana for a very long time. Yeah, and trust me, when you come here, he said he has found heaven. And trust me, he lives in heaven. When you look at, I mean, the landscape, I mean, the trees and all that over here, man, you can see the man is doing very well for himself. So what are some of them, when you came here, what are some of the lows in Ghana, some things you don't really like about Ghana or Ghanaians?
In the beginning,
Yeah, in the beginning.
everything was perfect. It was
Everything till now.
I was in heaven. Like, hey, I can't believe that they sent me here. Because it was all black, and the women were beautiful, and they liked me. I said, you know, God was watching out over me when he sent me to Ghana.
Okay, so when you came here, which place is the first place you settled?
When we first get here, we were trained. The first 3 weeks of our time in country, Peace Corps tried to teach us the do's and don'ts in Ghana. There are certain rules, there are certain things you need to learn before we turn you free. So they talk about the do's and the don'ts. And then one of our exercises, we had to go to the gates of Lake, because we all stayed on Lake on campus.
Okay.
So and they would give us objectives for the day. And on this one particular day, our objective was to catch a trotro, go to town, and come back. You could do a turnaround if you want, but you gotta catch a trotro, go to Accra, get off the trotro, and then get back to the campus. That was your job. You could let it take an hour, it could take till midnight, but that was your job. So the 3 black men, the 3 blacks, we said, okay, let's go see Ghana. So we went to Accra, and I forget where they let us off at, but we get off the trotro, and that was an experience. First of all, how to get. See, when we were getting on the trotro, we were taught women first. So every time a trotro would pull up,
You allowed the ladies to take you, okay.
After about the 3rd, 4th, 5th trotro, we said, forget this. So when the next one pulled up, we was elbowing. Get back. I'm getting on this one. And so that's the first lesson you learn. Everybody's spared. There's no sexism. The women got to fight for what they get in the men, so it's equal. It's truly equal. So we get off in, I forget where we got off in Accra. Just let us off, and we jumped out, and there was this black girl across the street. And she looked like she's supposed to be from America. So all three of us, there were three of us, me from California, one from Chicago, the other one is from Florida. We all run over there and said, "Where are you from in the States, sister?" And she looked at us and said, "I beg your pardon." You know, so we felt embarrassed. Like all black, all light-skinned people are not American. You know, some of them actually Ghanaians. And when you think about the race mixing, that shouldn't surprise you that you get all these different colors. But that was lesson number one. I learned that.
Okay, let's talk about you and you mentioned Nkrumah. When you came to Ghana, have you met Nkrumah? And then, what would you say about when you came to Ghana those days compared to now?
It was. Well, I came after Nkrumah. I came just after the coup or something like that.
Okay.
So, but I followed him, you know, in history. And when you get here and get to see the actual situation, he had a hard problem. Tribalism will ruin things. I mean, and he was trying to get Ghanaians to think as one, and it's hard. It's hard, and it eventually, you know, he couldn't do it. And I think the struggle is still on.
Would you wish Nkrumah has been alive? I mean, because when you look at, I mean, you've witnessed Rawlings, right? Mm-hmm. You've witnessed Kufuor, right? You've witnessed Atamils, John Mahama, Akufo-Addo. Which of the regime would you say is the best?
I like what's his name, the former president. Mahama. Mahama. You know, because all I know about the others behind them is history, so they don't really count. But I was here with Mahama, and you could see his path.
All right, he has a vision.
You could see it. I mean, people talk about it was corrupted, but yeah, corruption is a part of the system. It's just a question of how much developed do we get with this corruption, because that's a given. Okay. You know, you can't get corruption out of people just like that. It's going to take some time. But he did his best. And you look at what he has done compared to it's like, what happened? Okay. You know, what happened? Like, did the dream die? Or because you could actually physically see what he was doing. And then, like, I'm living my later years, I've been here this long, it's like, wow, somebody stopped doing
All right, so do you have a Ghana card?
No.
So are you eligible to vote?
No.
So you don't vote?
No.
You have never voted before?
No.
All right. So let's move forward. Let's talk about family. How many children do you have? You've told me your wife is late, right, or was late. So have you gotten married again and all that?
No.
Why are you so sick?
No. Hey,
so all the ladies out there, man, my man Nana Yaw Dzaka is single. So if you are interested, I mean, you can. I just holler at me and I'll just bring you to the bridge, you know. So why are you single? You never found any Ghanaian attractive?
A lot of them. But you only get married once, and I was married for almost 50 years. Oh, okay. I don't think I can go another 50 because it's for life, you know. So I don't want to trouble another woman.
Oh, okay. So how many kids do you have?
Three.
Are they all here in Ghana?
No, just one.
One, okay. I know about Tech Deep.
That's the one.
Who's a friend of mine and a musician, one brilliant chap I've known.
My daughter, if you ever go to Cape Coast, we have she has a house available to rent right on the beach, and then
that's Airbnb.
Yeah, Airbnb, and what's the name of the city?
Maury.
Right, available now.
So let's talk about you as well. What projects are you embarking on? What are you doing in Ghana as of now?
Moray. I got a place I'm building in Moray, just like my daughter. We have both. We have two pieces of property in Moray. Mm-hmm. So hopefully by sometime this year, it'll go online and it could be rented.
Oh, okay. So Mostly it's for the people from the diaspora, right?
Anybody, yeah, anybody can read it. Anybody.
So,
But I'll give a discount,
okay.
especially if they're from Long Beach.
Okay, so let's talk about you came to Ghana. I mean, there's Labadi, there's Adam, there's Keita, a lot of places. Why did you then settle at? I mean, doing a project in Mori?
Because my wife lives in Cape Coast.
Okay.
Right.
Your wife is
She
a
bought the
Caucasian.
Yeah, she bought the property.
Okay.
And over time, and we go way back, like 10 years, little by little, she would do something. And then I retired, and I came here that year. And I hadn't retired yet, but I came this one year, 2009, I think we came for a vacation. And I saw the property, and I said, that's it, I'm going to retire when I get back, and we're going to come and live in Ghana. Because it was real, the property was there. And she said, really? I said, yeah, I'm going to quit and come to Ghana.
So, did your wife died here in Ghana?
Right.
Okay. So you guys were staying here before she passed on. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which year was that?
When we came,
Yeah.
I get it mixed up. It was 2000. When we came back, it was 2010.
2010.
10.
And when did she passed on?
Oh, just 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Oh, okay. So you held everything at Moray, Cape Coast, or here?
No, it was just that.
Funeral, everything was held here.
Well, we had the funeral here, and then we had a funeral the 1 year in Cape Coast.
Cape Coast. Okay. So I want to know what one thing would you say would you say you like about Ghana?
First, it's all black. I like that.
You like all blacks?
No, I don't want it to be all black.
Why might say you are racist?
Sounds like it, but it's not. I like white people too. I like Mexicans.
Okay.
I like all kinds of people, but I like this one because it's all black. I mean, and I'm living in it. Yeah, I've never lived in an all black country, so it's a whole different feeling. I don't even try to put I try not to put my American in it, but sometimes it leaks out,
Okay. So since you've been here for a very long time, which language can you speak?
Nana, I speak a little Eve.
Really?
A little.
What can you say?
Apumoto.
Eh? What language is that?
That's Eve.
Eve. Oh, okay. Oh, so your wife is a fancy, so how come you are speaking Ewe?
Oh, I lived in Hawkeye for 3 years.
You live in Hawkeye. What were you doing? What have you been doing now?
I was teaching at St. Francis College.
Oh, okay.
St. Francis Trinity, right. I was a teacher of mathematics. And I'll tell you some stories about that.
Okay, let's walk us in. What are some of the stories you have about Hallway or St. Francis College?
The first day of school. It's the first day of school. And, because the students stay in the classroom, the teacher comes in. So I walked into the classroom and everybody stood up. I thought they were coming to attack me. They all jumped up and I didn't know what to say. What was I supposed to do? So the class captain, I learned with a class captain, he said, sir, you have to tell them to sit down. I said, okay, sit down. And they all sat down. Whoa.
That's different, right?
That was a shock. First of all, they were in uniform. Some of them looked like they were old as I was.
Yeah, by then.
Right.
Which year was that?
I came in 1972.
When you were teaching at St. Francis College?
Right.
All right. Okay.
Right. And, so it was just different. So that was my first job. And so the class captain said, sir, you have to tell them to sit down. So I said, okay, sit down. Then I said, take out a piece of scratch paper. Now, in America, that means take out a piece of paper that you're going to throw away. And nobody did anything. So I said, take out a piece. I thought I didn't say it slow enough. So I said, take out a piece of scratch paper. And they still looked at me. And finally,
we don't understand the scratch.
Well, the class captain stood up and said, sir, what is scratch paper? And I said, oh, just any piece of paper you want to use to do whatever I asked you to do. He said, okay. And he turned around and said, class, take out a piece of scratch paper.
That's when you realize everything here is different.
It's different. It's different. It is totally different. I don't want to sound sexist, but I was teaching mathematics, and one thing I saw is the women didn't want to listen to me. I walk into class and they put their head down.
Man, they don't.
They don't want to listen to me at all.
So let's talk about. Though you've been here for a very long time, but still you have that accent of an American. Have you been to a place that when you speak, people start looking at you or discriminating?
They don't discriminate, but they look at me. You know, like, where are you from? And like when I'm on the metro, not the metro, but the what's the bus that takes you to Cape Coast? What's that called?
Trotro.
Not a Trotro. Ford. I take the Ford.
Oh, okay, you take the Ford.
I always turn my phone off because if I have to answer, they're gonna hear my voice and everybody stares at me.
Okay.
So, I don't like that. But other than that, you know, I don't have no problem.
You don't have no problem. Okay. So we are in the premises of Nana Yaw Dzaka. He's one man who has been here for a very long time, doing very well for himself. And he has a project, a whole lot of projects in Cape Coast, Marie to be precise, and is having one coming up. So I think you in the diaspora, if you can see this, you can just holler at me on my number, and then whatever you want to, but if you want to come here, want to talk to him, you want to get first class experience, trust me, he's available to talk to you out there. So with my channel, I have a lot of people out there in the diaspora that watch my channel. What would you tell them about Ghana? Would you tell them to come to Ghana? Would you tell them to come back to their motherland?
Oh, I definitely tell them to come back. I mean, you can't imagine being in a place where you're loved all the time. You know, you can't do anything wrong. I mean, you have to experience it. It may sound hard to believe, but you know, you'll feel safe here. If you're hungry, you will get fed. If you're thirsty, you will get a drink. You're gonna be taken care of. You know, so you have to worry about that aspect.
All right. So, what would you say is the wild difference between America and Africa?
Being black. Or just the difference? Well, America, we're very precise.
Oh, okay.
Very precise. There's no room for error. You know what's right, you know what's wrong. It's spelled out to you. Ghana, that's not true. That's not true. Right and wrong depends on the spot, the time, and the day, and the month.
And the moment, and the
right, because you have no guarantees.
Okay. But I guess you are enjoying yourself right here in Ghana.
Oh yeah. I would recommend everybody come. If you can't stay, at least see it, feel it.
All right, let's talk about the medical system. I know you are old, so you need to visit the hospital and all that. Are you having any bad experience when it comes to our medical system?
Yeah, Kolebu. I don't know what to do. I hate to go there.
Is that the hospital you go?
Usually, we found an end run. We found an end run. Got a private doctor, and so it's easier to. Because sometimes all you want is medicine.
Yeah. So why don't you like Kolebu?
It's too busy. Too many people. They can't handle the situation. It might take you all day. I went to the hospital one time, and there was this guy in his wheelchair. They brought him in emergency. There were two of them actually. One came in a wheelchair, one came in a gurney. The one in the gurney, they just had it pushed up against the wall a little bit because I guess they weren't ready for it. And the guy, the one in the wheelchair, they took him into the office, but the ambulance needed the wheelchair back. So they took the wheelchair, and the office asked this person to go sit outside because we don't have room for you to sit here. Wow. And so this person who came in an ambulance had to walk from the receiving room, or whatever that room is, outside to find a seat to sit in. I said, boy.
So that's the worst experience for you.
I mean, yeah, I'd hate to be a patient where you're sick and you can't get help in the hospital.
Okay. Now, besides Kolebu, which other hospital would you say is very good or probably is having problem right here in Ghana?
Oh, the new one by the university is very good.
Oh, okay.
Very good. Yeah,
hospital.
Very good. The problem is it's understaffed.
All right.
That's its only problem, but it's how.
And when you go there, do they treat you good?
Oh yeah. You know, you're treated really quick. I mean, the process of admitting and going to see a doctor is quick. Maybe that's because it's not busy, but I hope that's the way it is.
I'm sure that's how it is.
But it's expensive.
Yeah, very expensive. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So let's talk about your book. Yeah, you are an actor. What inspires you to write that book?
Okay, it sort of goes back, the whole process. I graduated from the university. 2 weeks later, I was in, no, I wasn't in Ghana. I had to go work on my master's in South Florida. And then the final year, the second year, we would go to Ghana. So it was a 2-year program, one in Florida, the second one in Ghana. So I did the first one in Florida. That was 71, I think, 71. And then after that, you're supposed to do the second in Lego. You know, you're going to come to Ghana, you're going to do all these things, and then they're going to give you your master's. So that's why I came. And it was, first of all, a 300-seat plane. Only 6 people were black. 6 of them black, 3 boys, 3 girls. And I said, boy.
You all are coming to Ghana?
All of us, and none of us are from the same place. I'm from California, one's from Chicago, another one's from the East Coast, and one is from no, not Florida. One was from Florida, and the other one was from South Carolina. And I forget where one other, Jesse, I forget where he was from. But there were 6. None of us knew each other. We just met in this terminal in New York. And we start cutting it up, like, you know, well, we're all going to Ghana. And, you know, none of us have anything to talk about because none of us have been there.
So it's all about, the book is all about the experiences you had in Ghana, right here.
You know, the whole why I came, you know, what happened, the things I experienced while I was here, and getting married. And going back to the States, and that's where the book ends. Where I've done 3 years. Yeah, left to me, I would have stayed, but my wife she got pregnant. I should say, no, I got her pregnant. So she couldn't return back to school. So we decided, let's go to the States, because we were going to go anyway. So we just had to leave a little early. And then we end up doing, I don't know how many years, because once you get to the States, it's always next year. You always postpone it. So by the time we postponed it, we got grown.
That's your first son?
No, the first son, yeah. 3 children.
All right. So, the book, what's the title of this book? And where is it available that someone can buy?
It's online.
It's online. Oh, what's the title and where can we get those books?
The title is The Journey. Semicolon. A Peace Corps stories. A Peace Corps volunteer story. It's with you can get it on. Just go to online and look at that title, or you can go on my Herman Davies, Herman Davies, Davis. Right. And I wrote the book. I wasn't trying to get rich off it. I was just, people kept telling me, you got to tell this story. You got to tell this story. You got, you have an interesting story. Tell this story. I said, nobody want to listen to this.
Yeah, so people want to listen to more especially the people in the diaspora. They really want to listen to what people are saying here to motivate them to come to Ghana. I think we will document this, and it's good you've documented that in print. And trust me, I'm going to put this online, and I'm sure it will go reach people. And then because of you, I'm sure a lot of people would like to come to Ghana.
And I'm going to write a sequel. It's like, I've been here all these years now. I'm worried about that experience.
Okay, so the books, you wrote all the books right here in Ghana?
Only one so far.
So that book, you wrote it right here in Ghana?
No, I wrote it in the States. It took me a long time to write it.
Oh, okay.
Long time. I think maybe like 10 years before I actually put it. Because people say, you got to tell this story. You got to tell this story. I said, nobody's interested.
So since you are a citizen and you are here, have you been back and forth? Oh, okay. But you do go there every year?
I tried to. The pattern got disrupted because this year they came to Ghana.
Oh, Okay.
Right. So the pattern got. So I haven't been back in about 3 years. But you know, it's like I really don't miss it.
I really don't miss UN.
But I don't miss the U.S. It's cool. I mean, but you know, once you've been there, so it's like, so what?
Okay, so you're still here, trust me, and it's a very great story to tell, and he has documented that in print, whatever the journey. So you can just go online, get it. The Journey by Herman Davies, right?
A piece semicolon.
Okay.
So it's the journey semicolon, a Peace Corps volunteer story.
So when you go online, trust me, it's there. He didn't write this book to gain something, but he just wants to say a story so that you out there can go read it and then get the experience he had right here in Ghana. So I'm sure when you do that, it's going to motivate you to, come to Ghana, live your life, because this place is heaven. Trust me. So just give us your last words, and maybe are you on social media? No, you know. Okay, so just tell your people something. The people watching us in America, Ghana, and all that.
If you're American, you know, if there's any way possible, you should come. You should come, especially if you're black. I mean, you gotta actually walk through the fort to see where you're beginning, where your roots start. I mean, once you do that, you'll be different. I don't know too many blacks who go through that experience that don't walk out of them doors different. You're not going to be the same.
Okay, it's been a great conversation with Nana Yaw Dzaka, the man himself. He's told us a whole lot of things, but trust me, this is just part one. We'll be coming back for the part two, and probably the properties he has in Mori. We'll be visiting there, giving you videos of it to advertise it. So wherever you are, trust me, just share this video. Like the video, give your comment. And if you want to talk to him direct, just holler at me. I'll just give you his number, and trust me, you are going to have a great time. My name is Jay Brown, and this is Prime TV Africa. We are out.